I was put in charge of the mess hall, and of course that was the segregation was everywhere there, and it was difficult. It was difficult, which I found out to experience. For example, the dining hall was quite large, and every Saturday morning there would be an inspection of the mess hall. I'm talking about dining hall, the mess hall. And there used to be a man that used to come down and look around, and he would always take his white handkerchief and rub across the range. Now, the stoves or range that we used there, I guess, were about 6 feet by 6 feet or something like that. And he would rub the handkerchief across there, and if he got any smudge at all, then that would be a lecture. So he would give a 5 or 10 minute lecture, and then he would take a knife at that time and take another knife and see if he could find any food particles between the handle and the blade. So he would do many things. So finally I grew weary of it, and so we started out one Friday night, and we washed and cleaned and scrubbed the entire dining hall, the tables, the rafters, the walls, the stoves, everything. And it was good. He couldn't find anything until we looked around and someone had left the salt shaker on the table. And he picked up the salt shaker, and there was dampness under that shaker. That was, in a way, all I could take, because what he would lecture to me for another 10 or 15 or 20 minutes about sanitation. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I went out and found Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin O. Davis, Jr., who became, who was the CO of the squadron. And I asked him, Colonel, please just drive me around. Let's just drive around the base and take a look at these different dining halls. We drove around the base, and we didn't find, which I knew, nothing else on the base that was as good as that of the 99th. So that sort of made life a little easier, because after that, then the inspector changed his tone about a number of things.